grabbed the chicken, I stretched him out and bit his neck, I bit his head off.
Just kill as many of them as you can?
The mission was to go behind enemy lines and kill those son of a bitches.
No kidding.
Didn't want to fight, no. Threw him out there and the blood was all over me and all over him. And the guys going, yeah.
Let's talk about your first mission after the camp was built.
I had one guy named Miller, he got bit twice by a snake. The mine program, we went to the jungles down in Panama. We went through almost 6 months of training.
Wow.
Yeah. And then they put us on a bus at night and sent us to Norfolk. And
How did you like the jungle down in Panama? I did training down there too.
I went through 3 times. I went through with the force guys, and I went through when I was commanding officer with the grunts. Actually, just 2 times I went through. And it was hard. I was the captain at the time, and trying to motivate the guys, and I took this chicken, grabbed the chicken, I stretched him out and bit his neck, I bit his head off. And I threw him out there, and the blood was all over me and all over him. And the guys going, yeah. Motivating. You know, we had one of my trainers. We were in a training part of the program in the jungles, and the instructor said, "You guys take it easy now." All of us was the recon guys. We were all in the bleachers, and the instructor reached down in his boot and pulled out this snake and bit his head off and threw him out in the sand. Now I bit the chicken off, head off, but that was just show for my guys. Had a lot of new guys, and we're trying to let them know that the old man can get it done. No, you need to fear me, because I will kill you. They were troops, I couldn't do that, but you're trying to scare them a little bit. You know? Sure, you've been through that. But we went through almost 6 months of training. Then we finally deployed in April of 1966. And they took us to, I forget where they took us, with all of our equipment, dive stuff, swim stuff. And we went over to, on ship, we went over. And I think we went straight into Vietnam, into Da Nang, and started setting up camp and started operating, and it was bloody.
What was the mission?
The mission was to go behind enemy lines and kill those son of a bitches.
That was the mission?
That was my mission. That's what we did.
Just kill as many of them as you can?
Hmm?
Kill as many as you can?
As you could. If you killed them, KIA. If you wounded them, but we didn't really know if we wounded them or not. A lot of them were wounded, and they crawled away. You see the blood trails. But if you were KIA, they gave you credit for it. And we killed a lot of them.
Let's talk about your first mission after the camp was built. What did that entail?
Well, actually, the camp was already built. There was guys there when we came in, and they had a mess all set up and all that. So we just had to get our stuff together. We went through some phases, and we launched from a place called Fubai, and that was already built. And we took off in area number 5, because they had all these pieces of Vietnam in different areas. And I got area number 5. And it was loaded with a lot of NBC, whatever those guys were, the Viet Cong, the NVA soldiers. A lot of them were there, and they'd been there for a while, and the Vietnamese soldiers couldn't get them out. And a lot of the Vietnamese soldiers were cowards. They didn't want to fight.
No kidding.
They didn't want to fight, no. They'd been there for all these years, and the North Vietnamese come in and wiped them out. So now we got to go in and fight the Vietnamese, the North Vietnamese. There was a border, 16th parallel, and the NVA came across the 16th parallel, which is set, since the earlier wars in Southeast Asia. And they came across and was coming all the way down in South Vietnam, and we were supposed to stop them. There were a lot of things, a part of that. We had to set up ambushes. We went into their camps, and we ambushed them at night. There are a lot of individual stories about that. I ran 50 missions. All of them wasn't from Phu Bai. I went into Khe Sanh. I went into Phu Loc. I went into Da Nang. All my guys, and we lost guys along the way. But I had went from staff sergeant. We lost our three officers the first 3 months.
Wow.
Gone. So I went from staff sergeant to second lieutenant. Never spent a day in OCS or basic school or officers training.
How would you set up on the camps? Would you do an L ambush?
Yeah, we did a lot of those. We set up.
How many guys were you with?
How many guys?
Yeah, when you went on let's talk about your first. Would you work primarily at daytime or at night?
Both.
Both.
Oh yeah, you'd go out for 5 days or so. Mostly 4 days though, because if you're working hard as we did, and had the kind of combat that we had guys that was injured, maybe not gunshot wounds, but it was hard terrain.
Mm-hmm.
And through the jungles and trying to avoid the damn snakes. And I had one guy named Miller, he got bit twice by a snake. And I had to send him down to Da Nang for treatment. Went down there, and damn it, the guy got bit again. When we brought him back to Khe Sanh, he got hit real bad when we had that last mission at Phu Loc. And all of us fought for 4 days, day and night.
No matter where you're watching Shawn Ryan Show from, if you get anything out of this, please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share this everywhere you possibly can. And if you're feeling extra generous, please leave us a review on Apple and Spotify podcasts.